July has certainly proved the point of being the most humid month of the year. This summer thus far has been filled with high dew point days, making the air often feel oppressive and soupy-like. Not great for hair and not the best for your health either.
Or in this heat, maybe your air conditioning goes and it's too hot for you to stay at home. Or on the other side of it, in the wintertime, it's too cold for you to stay at home and you have a problem with your heat. Those are all ways that you can use temporary stays over at Quaboag.
Palmer senior citizens had some relief one afternoon in the air-conditioned upstairs of their senior center. But that wasn't the only cool treat.
Yes, yeah. The senior center is really a great place to come anyway, and I do quite a few things here. So they said ice cream, and I said, okay.
They enjoyed ice cream sundaes and lemonade, sponsored by the Quaboag Rehabilitation and Skilled Care Center. But most importantly, the 10 tips the care clinic has for beating the heat.
So this is really geared towards little things that you can do in your house, and some of them that I've actually done myself.
Tip number 1, program your thermostat and set the dial at 78.
So instead of keeping your thermostat at the same temperature all day long, like I can tell you how I do it. Like this morning I left and I turned my air conditioning up. I didn't turn it off, because if you turn it off, you come home and your house is an oven, and now you got to work it twice as hard to get to the temperature you want it to be, which actually burns more energy, which means your bill is going to be higher. But if you program your thermostat to go up to a certain temperature, when you get up in the morning, when you leave for the day, when you return, you can actually save money, and it's much more energy efficient.
Don't forget to use fans and curtains or even shades. Purchasing cooler lights can help reduce the heat in your home. Practicing Texas cool is a good idea, leaving your windows open at night when it's cool and closing them in the morning before the heat hits.
But using a fan, which actually is really cheap to operate, it's like something along the lines of 2 to 5 cents an hour. It'll make your room feel up to 6 degrees cooler, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when it's 90, that's the difference between 84 and 90. That actually is a lot. And it also does work well with air conditioning, because what it'll do is it'll move around the dehumidified air. And in humidity like this, that's what you want to do. You want to move around that dehumidified air to take the moisture out of your house. Makes it feel a little bit cooler. What you want to do is replace incandescent bulbs with compact fluorescents, like the little spiral bulbs, which are kind of funky. I kind of thought when I first started using them, but I'm used to them now. And they actually will use 75% less energy, and they'll emit 90% less heat.
Pamela Olson from Palmer, who once lived in California, knows how to keep cool in these high temperatures.
I have the fan on over my bed all the time, at night, because I just can't sleep if it's too hot. Coming down here is a great place. Finding places or going for rides if you have air conditioning, but with the price of gas, that is, hurts. But, dress lightly, don't wear anything really heavy. Drink lots of water, ice cubes. I do the thing with the windows at night, in the morning when it's cool, then close them.
Another great tip, avoid cooking inside, get outside on a grill for summer meals, and take a closer look at the ductwork in your house so no hot air is getting in through small cracks. In Palmer, I'm Darcy Fortune, M-PACT TV.